this mini workshop, right, is about creating awareness. I realize that a lot of you watch my content and you receive my emails, and you don't quite connect with what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to be creating some awareness over the next few weeks. But I'm not going to be just creating awareness about what I do and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to be giving you useful tips, hacks, I suppose. I don't like using that word, but tips on how to become closer to the kind of human that solves all of your own issues. Yeah. And how giving you some coaching can help you get there. So the thing is with awareness is, in my experience, is it comes from two sources. Firstly, you stop, you think, you sort it out. Yeah. You develop awareness, or awareness slaps you around the face like a 15-pound wet fish. So rather than you having the difficult experience of having awareness come at you hard and fast, I want to ask you some questions. Yeah. So grab a pen if you can, or if not, make mental notes and see whether any of these questions, which I've asked my email clients already. So if you're email people, yeah, you will have seen this, and I hope that you've got some notes going. But what is actually stopping you right now? Yeah, what's stopping you from enjoying your life? What is it? Yeah, not enough time, not enough money. Yeah, what is it? I don't want to put words in your mouth. What is it that's stopping you from doing that thing that you want to do? You know the thing I'm talking about. What's stopping you from taking that break away from what you're doing right now to do some of what would light you up? What's stopping you from looking after yourself? Yeah. What's actually preventing you from saying no to that thing that you really don't want to do? Yeah. For those of my peeps who are in business or leading a department or just at work, yeah, what is stopping you from delegating that stupid easy task that any fool with a keyboard could do? Yeah, but you are lumbered with doing every month because no one else knows how to do it. Yeah, what's stopping you from choosing, prioritizing, from making decisions that are true to you and your alignment, not just your duty or your job description? Yeah, and I'm including parental job descriptions in that, because I mean, I believe personally, right, I believe that a thing that I call empowered choice, yeah, or choice, is a birthright. You know, if you're of a Christian persuasion, it's what do they call it, free will. Yeah, your free will. It's a birthright, it's a human right. It's an option that should never be optional. Many people think, still, despite the fact that I've been banging on and on and on about it, many people in this group and, you know, around about, still think that there are areas of life and situations where they have no choice. But you do. You do. Honestly, you really, 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 really do. Taking full and unquestionable responsibility for your choice is one of the things that you will learn in the safe and supportive Three Peaks community. But it's not like a class. There's no class to teach you specifically about choice. It's like a thread that weaves through all of the other modules, all of the classes, all of the breath work. Yeah. It's kind of like a side effect of seeking your purpose, getting real about the priorities the things that are important to you, the things that light you up. Yeah? It's a side effect of seeking peace. Growth comes from choosing it. Yeah. And yeah, we should always be choosing, always be choosing. Before I go on, I'd just like to, in addition to that whole raft of questions about what's stopping you, I've got some other questions to ask you now. The most usual thing that stops us is fear. Yeah. So chances are the answer to all of those questions is fear of summit. Yeah. The most frequent ones that I come across in myself in the past and in my clients is fear of failure. Yeah. But when we look at it, it often becomes fear of success because your brain is put together, right, to keep you where you are, because where you are is safe. Yeah. It doesn't matter how unhappy you are right now. Yeah? Your mind thinks that you're safe because your brain is not receiving any signals to the contrary. Yeah. It may be receiving loads of signals that the environment is unsafe, but because you didn't die yesterday or the day before or the day before that, yeah, your brain and your nervous system have kind of tuned into, okay, this must be what safety feels like. Yeah. So what happens is that people become afraid of success because success is not what they're used to. Quite often people that I talk to say that they are afraid of ridicule or of attack, verbal attack, criticism, yeah, judgment about, what X person thinks. But the chances are that the thing that you think they're thinking is just what you think they are thinking. You could be wrong. And when you doubt your own value on the planet, yeah, that is literally one of your biggest weapons, one of your biggest boosters, one of your biggest teaching moments, because it lets me know that you can doubt. Because if you can doubt that, you can doubt anything. So doubt your doubt. Yeah. Do I know what I am afraid of? Yeah. Some of the things that I am genuinely afraid of, I have not yet experienced in this world. So jot that down, that question. Do I know what I'm afraid of? Do you know what that fear is, where it's coming from? Yeah. I'm going to come back to that question when I talk about how you can use journaling to literally discover what it is that's stopping you. Because I mean, I've learned through my adult life, in a sort of woolly background kind of way, that things like self-care and mindfulness and meditation and gratitude and reflection and journaling and all the things, yeah, are so very good for our mental health. But making time for those things, for me personally, making myself a priority in my own head meant that I was letting everybody else down. Yeah? But that was what my imagination, that was the barrier that my imagination was putting in. That was the thing that I was afraid of. That not putting everybody else first would mean that nobody would like me. Yeah. The thing is that nearly every single woman that I have mentored and coached through specifically disordered eating patterns feel that same way. Feel that they can't put somebody else first because they'll miss out on something. Yeah. That something else is the admiration for being the fix-it person, for being the person that everybody else can rely on at the expense of yourself. Yeah. A lot of women that I meet, most women, in all honesty, and quite a few men, but I mean, I wouldn't say most men, but quite a few men are perfectionists, procrastinators, people pleasers, women who have left themselves till last, on this list for so many years that some of them have forgotten who they were before they made that choice to put everybody else first. I did a bit of an experiment last week in the chat, and sorry if you were one of those people, but I genuinely asked a wide variety of people in my friends list and my followers the question, how are you doing? And nearly every single reply that I got was not anything to do with how they were doing. It was to do with what they were doing. Yeah. So I'd say, how are you doing? And someone would say, oh, I've been shopping, I've been to work, and I've done this and I've done that. Yeah. What they were doing, not how they're doing. So when it comes to actually stopping and dialing into this, yeah, really leaning into what's stopping you, are you a who or a what? Yeah. Are you a human being or are you a thing? Are you a person in your own right? Or is your value purely based on the roles that you fulfill? You may find that there's a mixture. You may find that you are valued for the roles that you fulfill in the work environment. Yeah. But if you are valued for only the roles that you fulfill in every aspect of your life, chances are you have made that happen by that response to the world around you, that the only way that you were going to be included and accepted into the tribe was by putting everybody else first. But what would happen if you got sick? Yeah, proper sick. I'm talking, I don't know, breaking two legs at the same time, or breaking an arm and a leg, so that you were pretty much immobile. Yeah. Who would step up for you? Who would fill in those gaps? Yeah. Remember, I asked at the beginning of this, who, how did I put it? Yeah, that stupid, easy, delegatable task. Why are you still doing it? Have you intentionally made yourself indispensable? And is that true? Yeah. What are you afraid of? What's holding you back? Yeah? What's holding you back? I find that mostly, again, this is a bit of a generalization, but it is born from my coaching practice, and has become like the center of the stuff that I do with clients, is to connect them to balance so that they can grow. Yeah. But there's always this sticking point of getting them from where they are now to balance because of the lack of awareness of where they are now, because they kind of blanket out. It's like, running around with blinkers on. I've spent like 10 years reading, working, studying, working with clients. Yeah. My original program, which was developed, oh God, is it 3 years now? 3 years ago. Yeah. My original 3Ps program became a 3Ps system. And that system is now being used to support the 3Ps community. Yeah. So that you're no longer limited to, the 7 things or the 9 things or the 12 things in a program or a system. Yeah. You can now have access to anything that I've done if it's right for you. Yeah, if it's right for you, I'll add the content and you'll get access to it straight away. So all of those things are available straight away. Yeah. And while I'm talking about what's available in the 3Ps, promise this isn't what this call is about. I'm just going to say, right, we're now on the 7th of November. So there's 3 more weeks left of November. I like to keep the community small. You'll know why when you're in it. Yeah. So I'm only looking for 2 additional clients in November. And then I'm probably going to either open it up one more time in December, one more time before the end of the year. But I don't want to take on like a rush of like 20 people all in one go. That'd be ridiculous. I do a couple at a time so that everybody gets in the early stage of their membership exactly what they need when they need it. Right? Because when I needed what it was that I needed, there wasn't anybody. Yeah? So I've become what I needed, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I've written down here on this little piece of paper some journal prompts for you. Yeah. Underneath this live, I am going to post. Actually, I might do that now while I'm literally sitting here figuring it out. Oh no, it's not going to let me do it because I'm streaming live. Oh yes, it will. Yes, it will. Here it is. I'm going to put a link below this because Facebook is being less and less cooperative with coaches like me. And I'm going to encourage you all to sign up for the Integrated Women mailing list, emails, because you will definitely get an email if I send it to you. But when I go live, not everybody in the group is getting notified. Yeah? When I post content, not everybody gets told about it. Of course, it's there. If you hop into the Facebook group, it's always going to be there for you. Why does that say? Oh, sorry. I'm now clicking on things and getting distracted. Right, close that. Close that. There's the link in the comments. It will give you some information to see if the mailing list is right for you. And if it is, I look forward to sending you some tasty morsels. So the journal prompts for today, and this is to help you to become aware of what it is that's holding you back. Yeah. I'm going to give you one more second to get a pen ready. Yeah. But of course, if you're watching this on the replay, please type in #replay below so I can see who's watching on the replay. And I also want to just reassure you that your emotions, your feelings are not and will never be an inconvenience in this group or to me. Yeah. So if you're beginning to get a little bit overwhelmed and tattered around your edges, but you can't quite figure out what it is, yeah, this is a little journal exercise for you. There are 4 questions here. And the first one is that question I mentioned earlier. Do you know what you're afraid of? Do you know what it is that's holding you back? Yeah, what is that thing? Is it a thing? Is it a person? Is it a thought? Is it a belief? When you think of that thing, how does it feel in your body? Does it feel like, butterflies, or does it feel constrictive? Does it feel like tension? Does it feel like an ache across your shoulders? Does it feel heavy? Yeah. So first, what are you afraid of? Second, how does it feel in your body? Third, have I felt this before? Yeah. Pause. Take a few deep breaths and think, have I felt this way physically before? Is it something that I feel often? Is there a pattern to the times when I feel this? Yeah. That one is going to take you the longest one to explore because I want you to really, shred it. Think about all the times you've felt this way, all the times where this one thing has held you back, has kept you on the safe side of that bridge of fear. Yeah. I've got a thing. Here it is. It's here. This is your comfort zone. And this is where you learn to grow. But you've got to get past the fear. And to know what that fear is the first step. The first step to overcoming it is knowing what it is. Yeah. Once you've done those 3 questions, I would suggest taking a little while, whether it's 20 minutes or 24 hours, and then come back to it and ask this one final question. Is this thing that you're afraid of, is this true? Is it realistic? Yeah. What are the actual chances of this thing happening? Or is it an irrational fear that is messing with your mindset? Okay. I know I've spent the last 20 odd minutes asking a whole string of questions. And this is why I love doing these lives in this Facebook group, because you can literally just type, hashtag replay and ask me any questions. So if you've got questions about the questions I've asked you, please ask them in the comments below and I'll get back to them. If they're private or confidential, or you don't feel comfortable enough to share them in the group, please don't feel that dropping into my inbox is an inconvenience. This is what I've said before. Your emotions are not an inconvenience to me or to this group. Yeah. We're here to help each other, unquestionably. So if there's anything I can do to help or support you, please let me know. If you've got any questions about the exercise, please ask them. If you are confused by your answers to the questions that I'm asking, let me know. We can have a chat. And what else is there? Oh yeah, join the mailing list, and then you won't miss out on anything, because social media algorithms are the bane of my life. I feel like I go to war with them every day, or like I'm, what's the word? What do I say to my mum? Yeah, it's like fighting dragons. It's like fighting dragons all day. Yeah. But I choose not to be stressed out by it, because I have a solution for you all. And that solution is for you to join the mailing list. Hey, Mama Brown. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you watching. So that's all for today. Remember, ask your questions. You won't get an answer unless you ask the question, and you won't overcome what it is that's holding you back until you are first aware of it. Bye for now.